Okay, you guys, it's been days, and we still don't have a single credible official update on what happened to Ashlee Jenae in Zanzibar. And I know the internet is frustrated. We're all frustrated. I know her supporters are frustrated. I'm frustrated. But I need to talk to you guys today about what we don't know, but about why we don't know it. Chat, hit that like button, share the love, and let's get into the mess. And what's actually happening behind the scenes and why this case just got a whole lot more complicated than most people realize. So let's start with what TMZ has actually confirmed, because that's the only receipts we have right now that are verifiable. TMZ has confirmed that Ashlee Jenae's autopsy has been completed. That part is done. But here's the critical piece that people are glossing over. Investigators have kept her case open. It is still an active open case, you guys. That means as of right now, her death has not been officially ruled an accident. It has not been ruled a suicide, and it has not been ruled a homicide. It's still officially, legally, forensically under investigation. And that matters more than anything anybody in a comment section is saying right now. And I do apologize for having to change some of the words, but that's YouTube policy. Now, let me break down what an autopsy actually involves, because I think people hear the word autopsy complete and they think that means we should have all the answers by now. That is not how this works. A forensic autopsy means pathologists have examined the body, they've documented injuries, studied organs, collected samples, but the toxicology portion, those labs can take weeks, sometimes longer, depending on what they're screening for and what resources are available. And here's where it gets really important for this specific case. We heard early on that Zanzibar's investigative infrastructure does not have the most sophisticated forensic tools, meaning that they may not have the same capabilities that a US or UK lab might have. That gap is significant. That gap is part of the reason, allegedly, it may be taking longer than usual. And then there's the Joe McCann part, Ashlee's fiance. His passport has been withheld. He is being held as a key witness and is not free to leave. Now, I want to be very careful here, because being named a key witness is not the same as being named a suspect. But y'all know the internet already has drawn its own conclusions, okay? What I will say, from what we know from the credible sources, as credible as we can get, when investigators hold someone's passport in a case like this, it tells you they are not done asking questions. They have not closed the case, and they have not closed the loop. And until those toxicology reports come back and those forensic examinations are fully reviewed, nobody should be rushing to a verdict, including us. Now, this is where the story shifts into a completely different territory, because now we are hearing rumors, and I want to be clear, these are rumors of corruption among local Zanzibar authorities. Whether those rumors are true or not, the damage to perception has already been done. People from all over the world are watching this case, okay? Ashlee's family has supporters across the United States demanding real answers. International eyes are on Zanzibar right now in a way that this island has probably never experienced before. And here is the thing, y'all. Zanzibar's economy is heavily dependent on tourism. That's not a small detail. That's everything. Because if the world watches this investigation gets mishandled, gets swept under the rug, or gets corrupted, that is not just a justice issue. That is an economic catastrophe for them. So whether they care about Ashlee Jenae or not as a human being, they have every financial incentive to make sure they're thorough right now. All eyes are on them, meaning they can't afford to fumble this. But this is also another thing. The comment sections on every single post about Ashlee are split three ways. You got people who are absolutely convinced this is an unaliving. You got people who are whispering it could be a suicide. And then you got people who are pointing fingers directly at corruption, saying the local authorities are covering up. Plus, they're saying the hotel workers were in on it. And what all three of those groups have in common is that they are operating entirely on emotion, bias, and whatever narrative fit their worldview. You know, because here's the truth that nobody wants to sit with. There is a crucial difference between the cause of death, which is the medical reason someone died, and the manner of death, which legally classifies whether it was natural, an accident, or suicide, or homicide, or undetermined. And right now, we don't officially have any of those. We have a completed autopsy and a pending toxicology report. That's it. That's all we factually actually know right now. Everything else is a story. And, people have their own opinions about it. I believe, and I'm going to be honest, I believe that something nefarious happened, and I believe he was involved. But that's just a belief. I don't know that to be a fact. And look, I get it. When someone dies under suspicious circumstances, people are just throwing things out there, When there are racial dynamics at play, when a fiance's passport gets confiscated, when we're watching all this unfold from thousands of miles away in a whole nother country through a phone screen, our instincts have to kick in, especially for Black women. We've watched cases like this before get minimized, dismissed, deprioritized for decades. So that's why we're being so vigilant. And that's not wrong. They have to keep pressure on the investigation, But there's a difference between keeping pressure and manufacturing a verdict before the science is done. And hopefully they do what they're supposed to do and do it correctly. Because if we truly care about justice for Ashlee Jenae, real justice, the kind that holds up in court, the kind that can't be appealed or dismissed, we have to let the forensic process do what it needs to do. We have to let toxicology come back. We have to let the full examination be completed, and we have to let the timeline of that night be reconstructed properly. The internet moves fast. We want answers quickly. Forensic science does not do that. And the only path to real answers, not viral answers, not satisfying answers, but true answers, runs straight through that laboratory. So for right now, the most powerful thing we can do is continue to pray for Ashlee. Stay loud, stay watchful, support the parents through prayer. Because the moment we accept a rushed answer to justice, we risk losing whatever or whomever is responsible, and they can walk away clean. So y'all jump in the comments and let me know if you think Zanzibar is handling this with the seriousness it deserves. Are you guys following the case? Because we're going to stay on top of it. And let me know, do you think that Joe has something to do with it? A lot of people think that he did, but we don't know yet. But leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.